Would you believe it? The Jets actually made some smart decisions today in the waiver claims. Cam Jones out of Kansas City, grabbed him. Essa Pohl, also out of Kansas City, undrafted free agent. And Jelani Woods out of Indianapolis. Smart picks, I think. Jelani Woods was a third-round pick from the Colts, 73rd overall. Let me double-check that. 73rd overall. Played at 2022. 25 catches, 312 yards, 3 touchdowns. But then was injured all season 2023, and again had surgery 2024, was out the entire season. He got waived after the Colts finished their training camp, and the Jets pick him up. It's one of those guys that, you know what? Maybe he turns into something. He's only 26 years old. He was a fairly decently high draft pick out of Virginia. Why not take a shot? It makes sense to me. This is one of those players you're just going to kind of throw to the wall and see if he sticks. Now the question is who's going to be the odd man out on the roster? You would think that they would cut a tight end to fit a tight end on the roster, but you just don't know. They could, cut someone else just to make sure that 53-man threshold is met. But the depth chart has Ruckert first, Mason Taylor second, and Stone Smart third. I don't think they're going to part ways with Ruckert because he is a really good run blocker. And why would a team who's going to primarily run the ball, and we know they're going to run the ball because they have done absolutely nothing to address the wide receiver 2 situation. I made a video about that yesterday. Why would you get rid of your best blocking tight end? Mason Taylor is a good player. He is a rookie, though. He still has to maybe grow into his position. He is a much better catching tight end than Ruckert, but Ruckert is a better blocker. So I think they hold Ruckert to a pretty high esteem there. I don't think they're going to get rid of him, even though a lot of Jet fans want to. We'll see who is released in order to make room for these guys later on today. But I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they give it to Stone Smart. I wouldn't be surprised if they swap out Stone Smart for Jelani Woods. Jelani Woods actually played pretty decently in his rookie season in 2022. But unfortunately, injuries got the best of him. So we will see. Essa Pohl, undrafted rookie, was just released by Kansas City. He is a tackle. And the best judge the best judge of a player, I feel, is how does the team that he's on, that their fans feel about him. It was released pretty early on that he was going to end up on the practice squad. And then once that announcement came out, the Jets grabbed him. And you could see that there were a lot of Chiefs fans that were annoyed. And a lot of Jets writers or Jets fans that were happy. I personally don't know much about this guy. I looked up his stats. He's a big kid. 6'5", 323 pounds. That's a typical tackle size. He's out of Washington State. He seems like a good kid. But again, who are they going to remove off of the roster to make room for him? I don't know. My guess would be someone like Max Mitchell or Okorafor to make room for this guy. He's one of those players that, again, you're going to throw him to the wall and see if it sticks. I'm all for getting as much tackle depth as possible, but you do want quality tackle depth. You can see that when they got rid of Carter Warren. He clearly was not a AG or Mougey guy. And finally, you have a kind of a starting linebacker in Cam Jones, who was cut also by Kansas City. Listen, if you're grabbing anybody off Kansas City's squad, I think you're doing pretty well. I mean, they are not the gold standard, but I mean, Andy Reid knows how to put together a roster. And you would think that they have a plethora of good players. So if they're getting rid of guys, it kind of makes sense that, maybe I'm going to go look over there and see what they got. Four solo tackles. That's the preseason stats. 4 solo tackles in the preseason. Total tackles for the last 2 seasons is 26. He's played all 17 games. Seems like kind of a rotational guy at linebacker. Again, I don't know who they're going to let go to make room for him, but a solid player, young guy, 25. He's in his 3rd season. Played under Steve Spagnuolo out in Kansas City. He's got to have a good. I think he probably has a good head on his shoulders, and it is very odd to see my team, the Jets, make smart decisions for a change. It's weird for me. Maybe it's weird for you. I still don't understand why they're not addressing the wide receiver 2 situation, other than we're just going to see them run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. But smart decisions here, getting a fill piece in linebacker, getting a depth piece at tackle who could turn into something we don't know, and get a guy who was a decent tight end and injuries derailed him. So smart picks, smart decisions. I'm happy with it. There are other issues with the 53-man roster. It's still fluid. There's still going to be guys coming in and out. We don't know who's going to be yet on the practice squad, but we will see. So far, so good by Aaron Glenn and Darren Mougey. I like what they've done so far. And again, this season, it's not about wins and losses, even though ChatGPT and Grok think that the Jets are going to win 10 games. I also made a video on that. This season is about culture building. It's about changing the mindset of the team and the front office. It's about putting the whole organization in a direction that leads to winning games, playoff games, and hopefully one day a championship. And I think that this regime is starting that path on a good foot. Let me know what you guys think.